Welcome, everybody, to the PHL podcast once again. We're here to preview the Stanley Cup Finals. This is Tom.
And this is Will from the Bruins.
And we're back. We're back. And we're going to go over the last round. We're going to talk about the championship round. And probably have a special guest on here in a few minutes. And should be a good time. And we can just jump right into the conference finals.
Perfect. So we'll start with the Western Conference Finals between the Wild and Sharks. That was a series that I think a lot of people expected to go deep. I think both Tom and I called 6 or 7. I think you actually won that bet, Tom, or prediction rather. I think you guessed the Wild in 6 and spot on. So
yeah, I guess 6 or 7. I figured it was going to be a tough series. It was a tough series. Even the games I won were pretty close. And after Jimmy had made an adjustment after, I think it was Game 4, and he won Game 5, I was a little worried. I wasn't really sure what to do. But I was able to pull it out in the end. The last game was really good. It was a double overtime game with James Neal scoring in double overtime. And at home, too, so that was cool to finish it off. But yeah, I think it's for Jimmy. He's got to look at his team and decide what he's going to do. I think he's thinking about either dismantling the team or reloading for one last run. I'm not sure. It's tough to lose guys like St. Louis who are just going to retire and you won't really get anything for them.
And then even Datsuk too. After he'll still be rated in this upcoming season, but it might take a drop. But he's only got one more year out of him.
Yeah, it's so he really has to decide whether he's going to trade him and other guys like him, and try to cash him in to try to maximize the value that he can get, or if he's going to just reload and go for it one more time, because he'd still be one of the top teams in the West,
right?
Even if he does nothing, just because the West is so weak, and he still has a lot of good players.
He's got an interesting dilemma in goaltending wise between Varlamov and Anderson. I think Varlamov, he still has the reins for now in Colorado. I just don't know how Patrick Wall likes him, and I think Anderson's still starting for Ottawa. Could be wrong, but
I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, and guys like Chara, who I'm not sure how much he has left in the tank. Zetterberg, Rick Nash, like we said last podcast about San Jose. But it was it was the two best teams in the West, so it was a good series. I'm glad that I won.
Looks like Anderson, just looking at Ottawa's roster page in the NHL, he's 35. Only on their roster page they have Anderson and Andrew Hammond, who could, I guess, contend for the top spot, and Anderson last year. Let's pull up his stats. Played 60 games, was 31-23 in the league. Second in the league, or first in the league in goals allowed. Fourth or eighth in the league in shutouts. Second to last in save percentage, which is kind of alarming, and 40th in the league in goals against average. But that could play a test to Ottawa's makeup of their franchise as well.
Yeah, they still have a long way to go. I think they were competitive last year, at least, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. I think they didn't make the playoffs, obviously, but they did okay. They did okay.
Yeah. So we'll just move to the other side, the Eastern Conference.
Let me get Joe on. Or it's actually our special guest.
Yeah.
It'll be Joe Brodsky of the New York Islanders. he was recently taken off a suicide watch. Game 7. So.
Yeah, this was a really good series. Looked like it was just going to be a sweep for the Islanders, and then Scott comes back and wins those 3 games, and especially that third game he won, he really blew out. I think it was like a 6-1 game. He really handled the Islanders.
5-0.
Yeah, it was bad.
And then Joe took Game 7, 6-1. So
Yeah,
that's I mean, I guess Niemi he ran out of gas, but I mean, the fact that the Senators played the way they did and they kept up with the stacked team. Let's see.
yeah. There was that one overtime game where the Islanders had 61 shots to Ottawa's 25, and Ottawa ends up winning, which is pretty crazy. I know Joe was tearing his hair out.
And I've probably taken some Percocets or some shit like that.
Yeah.
All right, so he should be on in a sec. I don't even know if it'll tell us like when he joins. Oh, Jesus Christ! Put a shirt on, man.
Does he have his? Oh, whoops.
What the?
I didn't see anything.
Oh, all I saw was like his head and like freaking skin. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He's still celebrating after that Game 7 win. Dude, what the hell? To put a shirt on.
I just fucking got home. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
God. Yeah, we can hear you.
There we go.
So are you off suicide watch now?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And then jump into the Jersey Shore and go after Snooki and all that? All right, good.
Actually, just came back from the shore.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, we just started talking about the East. It was a series that I think Tom mentioned. Like it was a good back and forth series. I mean, you go up 3-0, blow the lead, and I mean, blow the lead very hard.
Yeah, it wasn't looking too good there after Game 6, where Ottawa wins 5-0. I remember Joe saying he was pretty nervous after that one.
So Joe, I guess kind of like take us through like like how you overcame that obstacle that shouldn't have came up, but it did, and such.
Well, going into, I think it was Game 3, his lines were exactly the same as they were through 4, 5, and 6. But after Game 3, he started playing Niemi in Game 4. And for some reason, that just let his team decide to win 3 straight games in a row. And after Game 5, after shooting him 61-25, I had no clue what to do at all. But after Game 6, I looked back at what was working in 1 through 3, and I saw that he moved Sagan actually from the second line to the first line. So I put Kessler and Palat on the first line to counter Sagan, and I guess it worked out.
You said he started Niemi after Game 3, after he was down 3-0?
Yeah, after he was down 3-0, he put Niemi in.
He was, Niemi, it said he started like all 7 games.
No, it was Brian Elliott was in the first 3, I think.
I'm looking at Game 1. I mean, I'm not trying to make an argument. I'm just like looking at Game 1, and it shows Niemi.
Okay. I guess Niemi played Game 1 then. I didn't know that.
And I think he even played Game 2.
Yeah, Game 2, I think Elliott got pulled.
Yeah, Elliott did get pulled in Game 2.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I didn't realize Niemi played Game 1 then.
Yeah, definitely putting Kessler on the first line definitely paid off. Like, you see the plus minus. Like, Kessler was a +2 in that last game. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot came out. So, I ended up putting my lines together. I've been doing this a lot all season where I'll have like a set of lines and it's working really well, and then all of a sudden nothing's working at all. team's been up and down all year. It's not just now. And Holtby has just been terrible the entire playoffs. His save percentage is below 900 right now.
Jeez.
No, the lines that are on the roster page on the playoff index page. Those aren't the line. Are they the lines you're going to be rolling with in game one? Potentially.
Probably. I'm not too sure yet.
Okay.
Trying to see what Tom's doing with his line.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
that's the first actually that we've had two opposing GMs squaring off in the Cup final or any playoff game, like talking or like this. So this is a historical moment.
Yeah. Luckily for me, Tom has been here before, and he's never won it once. So
That's right. So you have the advantage.
Right.
I'm very good at losing this series. You don't have. I don't know what experience you have in finals, but
I've actually the first time I've ever even been in the playoffs before in the sim.
really okay. That's right.
And he
'cause
won
you're
his
always
first cup in UOHL, didn't you, with Calgary? Even though that's a Sixes league.
Yeah, even though that's not like a simulator.
It doesn't count. Will come on.
Still, I mean, hey, at least he's actually won a cup, unlike you.
Yeah, but
I won with like the UOHL. It's like crappy NHL.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
I lost like 5 straight there though, and then I finally won one. So
Yeah.
And then so yeah, I think we're is game one tomorrow or Friday?
That's tomorrow.
Okay. I think we're all looking forward to it. Should be close, and even looking at let me pull up the scores, like who's leading who in scoring.
Yeah, Wolf was telling me he's really nervous about having to sim this series.
Why?
He's like, oh, there's 2 of my friends, and they're both in the finals, and I have to sim it, and I don't know what I don't know why he feels bad. He's not. He's just pressing a button.
Yeah, you guys are pretty evenly. You guys are pretty even offensively. Like Tom, your top 2 weapons are Can and Taze, and Francois Boucham is still. I don't know how the hell he's still functioning at this time, but
He functions just fine.
it's
Yeah,
a good year
yeah.
in the NHL.
And obviously you got Joe's gems, like still killing it.
I would say I have a little bit better defense, but he has the edge in net right now, considering how bad Holtby's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. Yeah, Duncan Keith puts. I was really pissed when you made that Duncan Keith trade in the middle of the season because I was trying to trade for him, and I'm like, fuck, if I have to play the Islanders in the finals, like that makes him so dangerous.
Who had Keith?
I got him from St. Louis before Kyle got replaced.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that trade.
Not Kyle.
What did you trade?
Whoever St. Louis was.
To get Duncan Keith, I traded. I know Issa Lindell was in the trade. I think it might have been my first and something else. Let me go check.
Okay.
But
Yeah, definitely put you over the top. I think.
yeah, I definitely had to get Duncan Keith because of Kyle's team, the Flyers. He has Suter and Weber, and there's no way I was going to get past that.
That's true. I've been trying to get a number 1 defenseman for over a year now. It's just been so hard for me.
Yeah.
No, where's your special teams been in the playoffs?
It's been like that all year, so it doesn't matter.
I don't get that. Like, fuck.
Me either. I actually scored a power play goal last game, so there's that.
My power play did very well last game.
So your PK and power play is like the highest in the league combined.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like the one thing that sucks about, like, if you're like looking at the team stats under the playoff page, it only shows the Islanders and Wild there. It doesn't show the other teams, which I guess makes sense because you guys are the only active teams. But at the end of the day, it's like, I mean,
It's weird how it does that. I don't know why it removes.
It's never
teams.
done that before. It's never done that before.
No, it hasn't. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't even have Joe Pavelski on the power play. Right? Well, from last game, I didn't have him on the power play. I had him actually double line Pavelski last game.
Face-off percentage, you guys are very close, so I think the face-off dots will be important for both the Wild and Islanders. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm looking at the regular season, and we were the top 2 teams in face-off percentage.
Yeah, I think for the most part, all my center. Oh, I have I have a ton of centers. So even when they're getting kicked out of the face-off circle, I have somebody coming from wing with high face-offs.
Oh yeah, that's true. Pavelski on the wing.
That's actually
Johansson.
the first time I played Pavelski on the wing all year. It was Game 7, actually.
I mean, even shots for like, I think a lot of Joe's like I think that percentage like that they're averaging 30, almost 33 shots a game. I think a lot of that may have came from that game when you had like 60 something shots or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'd probably be averaging only like 30 or 31 if that game was taken out.
Oh God, yeah, 61 shots. Jesus Christ.
I think Tays actually has the most shots in the whole playoffs right now.
Let me see. I gotta take a look at the playoff
I know
stats here.
Pavelski has 70 for me. He's leading the team.
Yeah, Tays with 78 shots, and you got Sagan and Couture at 75 and 73. Then Pavelski tied with Pacioretty with 70.
Yeah, that's crazy. Pacioretty had all those shots in only 13 games.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And especially on Kyle's team too. That's kind of, I mean, especially when you guys got like Stamkos, Bergeron, and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's gonna. Oh, good.
the sim. I think the sim favors wingers a bit more for shots because I noticed before I moved Pavelski to wing, Ryan Johansson was taking more shots than Pavelski was on my lines, and I'd rather have Pavelski obviously taking more shots.
It's interesting because usually most of my highest scoring guys have always been centers.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always I find it really weird how the sim operates.
It's tough to figure out. I guess it just matters what kind of combination of players you have.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's because I feel like I have decent wingers, but they don't do as much as I think they should do.
And even just looking at like the leaders in goals, the only active one is Jonathan Toews with 8, followed by Joe Pavelski and Philip Forsberg with 7. But Sagan had 11 after playing however many games center his play, which it seemed like it was like low goal scoring, or unless like it was all spread out, which that's what it looks like.
Yeah, other than game 6 and 7, he scored 5 goals against me in game 6.
Jeez, yeah, he must have been really carrying the Senators throughout the playoffs. I'm guessing he looks like he was their best player by far. 20 points in the playoffs. So
And he had David Krejci playing like 25 plus minutes. He was still playing well somehow.
jeez, yeah, it's always like a balance of trying to get your best players as much time as possible, but not having them play too many minutes so that they're tired.
Yeah, that's why I took Pavelski off the power play and put him on the 4th line.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a really close series. I wanted this matchup because I was like, that will be like the sexiest matchup possible. If it's like me versus Joe.
Yeah, we've done a lot of trades too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two are definitely the most active teams on the trade market that went into the playoffs.
So I think I got O'Reilly from you, right?
And Oshie, I think.
And Oshie.
O'Reilly, Oshie, and I don't know. I think that might be it. I'm not too sure.
Who'd you trade, Tom?
I believe I traded Kucherov and Tatar.
Yeah, Kucherov, Tatar, and there was Justin Schultz in there too, but I traded him away.
Oh yeah, and I think if you look, the trade is, I mean, it's pretty even, I would say. Although
I got younger, I would say.
Yeah, you got younger for sure. I got players that would. I knew Nikita Kucherov was going to be good. Because I drafted him, but I didn't know he was going to be this good. Obviously.
I thought he would be good, but I didn't think he'd be what he is right now.
But I think I still would have made the trade because I needed depth anyway. So, and Tatar, how's Tatar doing? He's doing pretty well still, isn't he?
Yeah, I actually traded Tatar away. And,
okay.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I traded him away for Kasperi Kapanen and Travis Dermott. But that's because I have heading into next season, I have Dylan Larkin, who's going to be playing on my pro team too.
Oh yeah,
So
you'll be fine.
I had 13 forwards, so I wanted to move one for depth, but now I have to actually trade them. Probably trade the players I just got away because I have like 31 players that I don't want to lose. So I have to trade away 5 players by the time I have to expose next season.
Right.
Even
That,
looking at like the past final matchups from like season 1 up until last year. I mean, Tom, you know more about the others. You know about the other matchups. I mean, you played Ron twice, and then you played the Panthers,
yes.
and then
Yeah. The first two, they're a little weird because they were on a completely different sim program.
okay,
That was FHL or something like that. It was totally different, and it was actually kind of shit compared to this one. And yeah, it sucked losing those two back to back. But Ron's team was just so loaded. If anyone remembers Ron's team from way back,
I don't.
I know you guys wouldn't have been here, but his team was just absolutely stacked. It was kind of like the Flames team is now, except they actually performed in the playoffs like that team should.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my team was older. My team had like guys like Joe Sakic, and I had Yager back then, who I considered to be old 10 years ago, and he's still playing now. It's kind of funny. Scott Niedermeyer was on that team.
Nice.
Peter Forsberg, Dominic Hasek.
Wait, didn't you have Philippe Forsberg on your team? I think I got him from you.
I did, yes. I had him as well. I had those three guys. I also had Vladimir Tarasenko on my team at one point, too.
Oh, wow.
But I traded Tarasenko straight up for Jonathan Taves.
ooh,
So
that's a good trade.
it's a good trade for both of us.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like I feel like when you trade a guy like that, you have to make sure you're getting a sure thing. And he was like 24 at the time too. So
I didn't actually think Tarasenko was going to be as good as he is right now.
me neither. It's always tough with these guys.
Especially the Russians.
Yeah,
I like him, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know you do.
yeah. I definitely feel more confident drafting Russians recently than maybe like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, the KHL's been really bad lately.
Yeah,
Especially with the value of the dollar and all that.
A
right.
lot of the young players don't even want to be there anymore. Like, I drafted Gary Anoff, but the team in the KHL forced him on the fourth line because he signed an NHL contract, and they made him play like 5 minutes a game. So that really screwed
Jeez.
up his development right now. But he got released actually from the KHL, so he signed with Dallas. But
Hopefully he comes over.
I feel like a lot of the KHL guys are going to be leaving earlier than they have been. I don't think you're going to see like a guy like Panarin coming over anymore. He's like 24 and want to come over earlier now.
Yeah,
Especially
get
with-
accustomed while they're younger.
Yeah, especially with how bad the ruble is.
Yeah. So
I guess obviously you guys are gonna vote for each of your own teams, and no one can really blame you.
I think it'll go 6 or 7.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't see it being a short series at all. I think it'll be close. And Will, what about we had a regular season game against each other, right?
yeah. So the Wild and Islanders played each other once in the regular season.
I think
I think it was after Joe made all those trades. Tom won. I think it was 3-2. Oh, let me get that fucking thing up.
yeah, he won. Yeah, I see the game now. Yeah, he won 3-2.
And I think that was after you made all your trades, right?
Oh, let me look. Yeah, I think it was just. Wait, when was that? Yeah, I think that was like just after I acquired everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough too, especially in the Stanley Cup Finals, to see how the regular season matchups went. Because sometimes these teams wouldn't play each other, and it'd be once, and a lot can happen.
The only good thing from that game would be that I outshot Tom, 29-22, but my lines are completely different now, so you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
I actually won in face-offs in that game, 52-32. Oh, 53-32, which is interesting because I think Tom has better face-off centers than I do.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's weird.
And you scored a power play. Go ahead. There you go, Joe. 33% on the power play that game. Yay.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I don't feel like that game is going to matter too much. Your team is very different now.
Look at the refs' names. Frederick I can't even pronounce that fucking name.
Yeah, I don't even know how you would say that.
Francois Saint Laurent. We need Louis here.
What do you mean, Lois? Did you call him Lois last time?
Oh, he hates that shit, but it's all in good fun. But all right, yeah. I guess I'll go.
How you're
I'm
gonna?
gonna take a coin and flip it.
Coin flip.
I didn't say what was heads, what was tails. All right. Joe's heads, Tom's tails, and I'm gonna go 7 either way. So it's heads. So whoever I said for heads wins in 7 games.
I don't even remember who you said.
I think I said Joe.
Oh, all right.
But
I don't know.
Probably bad luck now.
Yeah, welcome.
The coin has spoken.
It's a nickel too, so they may not even count.
A nickel? Come on, man. You got to at least slip a quarter.
Use a $50.
Yeah.
Tom, any update on expansion? What that's going to look like?
It's gonna be similar to the NHL style, I guess. Probably. I haven't really thought about it too much because it's like a year away. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'll probably leave it open to if anybody in the league wants to do that, they can. I'll do like a lottery or something if there's like a bunch of people that want to take the expansion team, and then if nobody wants to take it, then we'll just find a new person and have them do it.
What the Vegas? They're in the Western Conference, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
It might be better. I mean, it's my opinion. I don't care what y'all or whatever y'all say. Whatever. Maybe like a Western Conference team for a lottery, maybe better. Just so it kind of like.
Well, I'm not saying they wouldn't take their roster with them. Is that what you're saying? I was just saying a lottery, like if a bunch of people wanted that challenge of being the expansion team.
Oh, okay.
Because like in another league, they just gave it to somebody, which I thought was kind of
the VHL, right?
Yeah, I was like, hey, okay, Andre is going to be Las Vegas, and that's the end of the conversation. Okay, like maybe somebody else would want to do that. I don't know. Whatever. I don't really care.
They're set up for the expansion. Like, is that something we could do or no? Because like that one's contracts.
Do what?
Like their expansion setup, because I think Scott already released what they're gonna do. Like drops.
I really haven't looked into it that much, to be honest.
Okay.
Just with everything with the dispersal draft and the playoffs and stuff.
Fun conversation.
Yeah. Glad that conversation's over now.
Are we just gonna increase
we'll figure it out, before next year.
7?
What's that?
You're just gonna increase that limit to like 14-7 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. That's all it's gonna be.
So Joe, that means you have to expose
a lot of people. Yeah.
Johansson, Backstrom, Duchesne, Falk, Pavelski, Limholm, Forsberg, Foul. You can just send them my way. I mean, I'll take care of it. I'll give them a nice home.
In the expansion draft, luckily I have 7 defensemen. Actually, I have Mata in the farm team right now, so I won't mind losing defensemen in the expansion draft, but even a forward. But
yeah, I feel like defensemen are easier to replace.
Yeah,
like cheaper trades and stuff if you need to.
Having 7 of them right now.
Yeah,
but it all depends who they take from me. I think Matt Murray will be protected, so automatically protected, so I don't have to worry about trading him or Holtby away.
Oh, right.
But I'm at that point now, though, where I'm finding it hard to trade because I can't take 2 players back for one. I have to do either 1-for-1 or doing 2-for-1s now.
Right. And sometimes it's tough to find the value of 2-for-1 with another team.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm probably gonna have to start losing value on trades for better players.
especially like if they're looking at your team and they're like, "Wow, look at all these like young players." I don't want Ryan Callahan. I want Andre Palat or something.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably have to actually expose a lot in the draft as well. I have so many forwards right now. It's just I'm finding it. I don't even know who I'm going to protect. Obviously, I'm not going to protect. I might not even protect Kessler because of how old he is.
Yeah, if I were you, I probably would. I would probably let him go too, just to save someone else.
Yeah, the only good thing about him is he's like the perfect defensive center I want
Yeah,
for Luco and everything. Especially with a lot, those two together have been my PK.
yeah, it's really good to have on the penalty kill. Two guys that's like are really good defensively and can also score a shorthanded goal possibly.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at it now, I'd probably have to expose. I don't even know. So I think you can only protect 6 forwards. Is it
Oh,
six
really?
forwards? It's either 6 or 7. And obviously, I protect Forsberg, Pavelski, Johansson, Backstrom, Duchesne, Kucherov, and then there's Kuznetsov, Henry, Tatar, not Tatar anymore, Callahan, and Kessler. So I'm pretty much going to be exposing half of those guys. But luckily, I'm only losing one, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, yeah, and the rest of the league will be in the same situation. So
Okay. And then also, a year from now, I don't even know if I'm going to protect Duncan Keith because of how old he is, too.
yeah, that's I could see that.
But I guess it depends if I have a number one, because Keith is still my number one heading into next season, too.
Right. I guess depends how the other guys develop too as well. Younger guys, what kind of years they have next year could depend. Injuries and stuff like that.
I'm surprised. Actually, he's only 32. For some reason, I thought he was older.
Who?
Duncan Keith, I thought he was like 35.
Oh,
Yeah, he's only 32.
yeah. I mean, he could still have like 4 or 5 really good years.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like defensemen play a lot better later into their careers.
definitely. Especially Lidstrom.
Yep. Yeah, I mean Pronger even like he was like I don't know how 36 or 37 when he brought the Flyers to the finals that one year.
Yeah. And even Rafalski, when the Devils got rid of him to Detroit. Rafalski played really well in Detroit.
That's true. Yeah, I think he was pretty old in that in the Olympics too in 2010 when I think he scored that one goal.
Yeah, he was like 36 or 37 or
Yeah.
something.
Yep. All right. I don't know. Do you want to wrap it up here, Will, or?
Yeah, I think.
I don't feel like we talked about the finals very much, but we talked about hockey, so that was cool.
But
um,
in the finals, though, only was Columbus in the West in 2009.
yes.
Yes, they were. Yep.
Only 2 West teams have won it since 2007.
I guess that's true. Actually, yeah. It's sad.
Pretty East heavy. At least you'll have a new champion this year, regardless of who wins.
That's true. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. It's always good to have new teams. And yeah, considering 2012 was like Joel, who is now the Anaheim GM, he was the GM of Vancouver then.
Oh yeah, that's right. He actually had a good team. He had Carey Price on that team, I think.
Did he? Maybe he did. I don't remember.
He had some crazy goal. I feel like Joel had Price on Vancouver. Then he got him back when he took over Anaheim.
He didn't even run that team very long. Like he only had him for a couple of years. He traded and everything for a run of the cup, and he ended up winning.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy.
I actually traded him for Kopitar like a week ago.
Yeah, that was a good trade. That was a good trade.
Yeah.
I think he's actually looking for another goalie, though, because I saw he lost out on Talbot.
Yeah, he
Yeah, that was
is.
a good trade Dicka made, actually. With
Yeah.
fuck, what was that trade?
It was Talbot, his second, and Ehrhoff for Verona, Slavin, and Greenway.
That's a beautiful trade. I mean, Slavin, he's young. Wolf keeps messaging me, like telling me to trade it to him in VHL. Not gonna happen.
I like Verona though. I think Verona's going to be good in Washington.
Hmm.
He'll be in their
The Capitals, they just signed Sanford from Boston College too. That'll be interesting to see.
and whatnot. When is the PHL drafts going to be?
So the draft will be, I mean, almost probably a couple days after the. Actually, you can probably just get started right after the finals. I mean, we'll have an official day that we start, but I usually say, like, all right, you guys can just start picking whenever. And people will
Yeah.
just start picking, and then the clock won't start officially until that date. So
Oh, well, I know who I want.
I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go pretty quickly with everybody that's been around. So
Yeah,
Who
everyone's.
knows, maybe. Joe, maybe your prediction will be right. Maybe Nashville will take Line and Puljujärvi. I'll happily take Matthews.
I don't think it'll happen. But I think
Well, I doubt that. If that ever happened, then I think Chris would have a heart attack. I think he would. He'd.
either way though, for you, you're getting if you get Puljujärvi, you have the real life McDavid and Puljujärvi combo.
Yeah, and he just signed today with the. He just signed his contract today too.
Oh, the ELC.
Yeah.
I think he'll be playing this year in the NHL.
Yeah, I don't think Matthews hasn't signed yet. I don't think so. They were trying to figure out the bonuses and all that.
Yeah, there's a few guys that haven't signed yet. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of pissed that we drafted McLeod, the Devils in the NHL.
yeah, I saw a lot of bad reviews for the Devils draft this year.
Yeah, I liked our later picks, but our first two picks were kind of questionable. We didn't need defense, but I still would have drafted Chidrun at 13.
Did you guys take in the first round?
Michael McLeod. He's
Oh, okay.
not like he's going to probably be a second line player at best. There's better guys like German Rupsov who ended up going to the Flyers. So
Yeah, I was really happy with the Flyers draft. Getting Rubitsov and then LaBerge and
yeah,
Hart.
Isn't Travis Konechny or however the hell you say his name? Isn't he going to be contending for like a spot on the roster?
yeah, he played really well.
He should be, yeah. And they have a bunch of great defensive prospects that'll be competing for spots too.
Good. He better score 50 goals. I got him in OG. Good. Awesome.
Like if they can get Provorov and Morin up, that would be pretty awesome. Problem is they have those really crappy contracts ahead of them, like Mark Streit and Andrew McDonald. They got to get rid of those guys.
Wolf was telling me they just signed Roman. I'm not say his last name, Lubomov from the KHL.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, the Flyers signed Roman Lubomov. I don't know how you say his name. I think it's Lubomov. They signed him, I think, like 2 or 3 days ago.
He's supposed to be good or something?
Yeah, I think he'll be actually playing for you guys in the NHL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here he is. Entry level contract. Played in the KHL for 6 years.
Wasn't like a big point guy, but I think he'll be like what Sergei Kalinin was for us. He played like the bottom 6 role.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Probably a cheaper guy.
Yeah.
But I remember when they signed Evgeny Medvedev, people were pretty excited, but that didn't work out that great.
Yeah, he's an older player though.
He looks like Brizgalov.
Yeah, he does. But Medvedev, he's still on the team now, right? This year.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he'll be better this year because he had to adjust to the ice and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
He only played a few games though. I don't think he played like a whole season. I think he got injured or something. But you guys have a ton of defensive prospects though. Anyway.
Yeah, they're pretty loaded.
Yeah.
With Morin and Sanheim.
And Provorov.
Provorov's going to be awesome. If Gostisbehere is actually the real deal, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to do what he did last season, but I think he's still good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I just don't see him keeping up that was just insane what he did.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was shocked. I never thought he would be that good. I remember drafting him. I ended up trading him a couple years after. He didn't really seem like anything special.
Yeah, I never really even paid attention to him that much. Like I thought he would just be like a bottom pairing guy for you guys with all the different guys you kept drafting.
Maybe he'll just be like more of an offensive defenseman. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
Well, Tom, don't move. Don't move.
What?
There's a Pikachu right here.
Where? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Pokemon Go. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Man, you know how many Pokemans I got so far? I got
I only have like 12.
I've been playing that a ton.
Oh, I have so many. I'm level 12 already. I have like
I'm level 15.
100 and something Pokemons. It's awesome.
Did you 100 different ones or just 100 total?
Oh, like over hundreds totals. Let me see how many different ones I have. Check my Pokédex real quick.
Did you guys, you know how they have those eggs where you have to like walk either 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers, or 10 kilometers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see the map of what you can get like at each with each egg?
Yeah, anything. I think like the 10-meter ones, you like get something pretty good.
Yeah, you get like 3, like you get like the Snorlax, the fucking Aerodactyl thing, and
I had a 10-kilometer one. I got a pincer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I have caught 52 different ones.
I only have 20. Looks like I need to get some more exercise. Whoops.
I just do it in my car while I'm driving.
Yeah, I try to do that too, but then my wife yells at me. She's like, "Stop playing! Don't play Pokemon and driving.
Oh,
Sure, I'm
good.
gonna crash or something."
There's actually a speed limit on the egg meter. Like if you're going too fast, it won't.
Yeah, I won't count. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it kind of sucks, but I understand why they did that.
Yeah. I was actually in New York on Monday. Yeah, Monday. And the amount of gyms and Pokestops there are insane. Like on each street, there's at least like I want to say 30 on each one. It was crazy how many there were. And how
Jeez.
many people were playing it. There were so many people playing it there.
Yeah, I went down to my park in my town, and there's just people walking all over the place, and they're all playing Pokemon Go, and there's just everyone's like asking each other if they're playing Pokemon Go. And it's kind of cool to see people being social and stuff, like even if it has to be like playing a video game together and outside.
Yeah.
But
The stock on Nintendo though went from I think it was 14,000 to 24,000 in the past 3 days.
jeez,
So if anybody had stock in Nintendo, it's pretty much loaded now.
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. But they're actually, I think they're doing an update to fix the battery settings, how fast it's draining everybody's batteries.
And you can eventually trade with everyone, right?
Yeah, I think you're going to be able to trade, and
Yeah, they're gonna add that.
there's trading, and then there's some other stuff that they're adding too. Oh, they're adding like leaderboards, so I think you can add your friends now, like in the new update, and then you can like see how you do against them and everything.
Which team do you guys join?
I'm on Valor.
I'm
Is
on.
that the red one?
Yeah, the red one.
Yes.
I'm on Instinct. It's a yellow one.
Hmm.
All right, let's wrap up this podcast here. We can keep talking after. We're still recording, but anyway, thanks guys for being on the show. Joe, thanks for joining us, and
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys later.
See you.